continue with our discussion of Thrival for survival during the holidays. How can we thrive so that we can survive all of the temptations and all of the schedule changes that are thrown upon us during this very hectic time of year? So I wanted to give you some hints, talk about what to do between now and the new year. Number one thing is, do you have a plan? Okay, I know there are unexpected things that are going to come up, but at the beginning of every week, are you sitting down and sort of planning maybe a day when you can do a little, revisit a day of FMD foods, or just really up your intake of water? But when we don't plan for these things, when we just say, oh, you know what, I'm just going to get back on track at the beginning of the new year, we've lost out on an opportunity to feel our best during these holiday times, because we all know that when we exercise and when we sleep well and when we feed well, then we feel better. So my suggestion is that, even if it's 1 or 2 days here and there, that you revisit a day of eating really healthy to stimulate your metabolism, because one meal or one day is better than nothing. So number one, plan. Number two, how much rest are you getting? All right, you are all fabulously fit females, and I just am in awe of your commitment to your workouts. But there are other parts of the components of wellness and health that you must take care of. And one of them is getting the right amount of sleep. Because I know I talked to you about exercise and I talked to you about food. But if you're not resting, then you are having a piece of the, I hate to say it, a piece of the pie is missing. Because it is just as important as the other two components. And let me give you some facts here. Maybe a few facts might sort of nudge you to take better care of your sleep habits. Number one, you need to go to bed between 8 and 11. When it gets dark, that signifies that it is time to go to sleep. It's nature's way of saying, go to bed. Please hear what I just said. It says go to bed, not fall asleep on the couch. But we're supposed to go to bed when it's dark outside. And that's when your body actually regenerates more cells between 8 p.m. and 11 p.m. And that's why they recommend you going to bed then. So it's much better to go to bed a little bit earlier and get up earlier than it is to go to bed late and then get up late. Studies have showed that sleep-deprived people consume 300 more calories a day in sugar and simple carbs when they have not had adequate sleep. And when I mean adequate sleep, I mean that you're not getting restful sleep. So if you want to increase those sugar cravings, if you want to increase those cravings for carbohydrates, then make sure you are sleep-deprived, because that will increase those. The other thing that a lack of sleep does is it increases your cortisol levels. And if you've heard me talk about cortisol, that's what all phase 1 is repairing. It's our adrenal stress. So when we're not getting enough sleep, our cortisol levels shoot through the roof. That means we go into adrenal stress. The other thing that happens is you get a decrease in your hormone that burns fat and increases muscle mass. Would you like me to repeat that? If you are not getting enough sleep, then you have a decrease in the hormone that burns fat and increases muscle mass. Those are the two things that we are striving to do with this program, exercise and nutrition. So don't negate it by not sleeping. And here's some other little pearls of wisdom. I've already mentioned sleeping in your bed. It's really important to have a comfortable place to sleep. Your body needs to be in a proper position to sleep, not with your neck up on a sofa or something. The room needs to be dark. So our phones are great, and sometimes we use them as alarms, but they also, unless you switch them off, are going to emit some light, and where you sleep needs to be very dark. So turn off any kind of lights. Please don't put your Christmas tree in your bedroom and leave the lights on. But make sure that you are sleeping in darkness, and as much of your electrical devices should not be in your bedroom, because there's always that temptation, isn't there, to wake up in the middle of the night and check your Facebook page or check to see if you've got any messages. And really that does not instill good rest. And before you go to bed, lots of good thoughts. Don't be sitting watching scary movies or, getting stressed out about the day that's coming up or worrying about the day that's passed. Get rid of those stresses somehow. Do not take a bath before you go to bed that raises your body temperature. The optimum time for a nice relaxing bath is not right before sleep, but 2 to 3 hours prior to you going to bed. Because if your body temperature is raised, it's often a lot harder to get into rest and relaxation for your sleep. So those are my sleep hints for all of you. Did I say don't eat, sleep or smoke in bed? Because those aren't good for you either. So just little tidbits. And the first thing you do when you get out of bed in the morning is you say thank you, and then you just trot through to the kitchen and start on that magnificent breakfast that's going to energize you throughout the day. One other thing that I wanted to mention is plan. Well, let's revisit the planning that I was talking about a moment ago. And the beginning of the year, many of you who have already done one, and some of you haven't done one but are kind of vacillating about it. If you are thinking or planning on doing a cleanse at the first of the year, you're ready to get rid of all those holiday loveliness. Let's just say that. Let me know, because these things, I also have to plan for those things, and for me to get in an order right now so that I can fulfill your request when you ask for a cleanse would be absolutely wonderful. So if you're considering it, let me know. That way I can get an order in to Haley before the beginning of the year. That way when you're ready to start it at the beginning of the year, you can be prepared. The other thing I wanted to say was, this is a great Christmas present. This is actually my pre-copy of The Burn. It's her new book. I have thought about every single one of you as I've read this burn. I've even thought of myself at times, and I'm trying a little bit of it. But it really is. It's going to add a couple of tools to my little repertoire of getting you healthier through the food that you eat and some of the exercise that you do. But, if you want suggestions for your Christmas list, this is a great bedside reading book. Anyway, remember, I am available, all right? If you need help with those little plans of, all right, how am I going to get through the next week? And I've got this and that and this. Please contact me. That's what I'm here for. I'm here to help plan the next couple of weeks for you. So contact me. All right, and in the meantime, drink lots of water, plan your sleep, plan your day, plan your exercise, plan your food. And if I don't sound like your mother, then I've failed at my job. All right, take care, everyone.